And we are back with another episode. Today we're going to talk some WNBA. I'm excited. I've been wanting to talk WNBA for a long time now. It's been a while since the season has ended, and we're starting to get into maybe talking about some free agency. The season doesn't start in like 100 days, which stinks. But ESPN recently dropped an article talking about the free agents, so I think we'd react to it. Um, as you know, I'm still learning. If you've watched my past videos, I'm still learning about all the players, seeing like who's good, who's great. I've gotten a good idea, but I still want to learn, and reacting to articles like this will definitely help. And I think it'll be cool to just see, as far as free agency, what the league could look like. Because there are some moves that the league could look a lot different this coming season if things go crazy. So let's take a look. And here's the article. It is WNBA Free Agency 2023 ranking the 15 best free agents. And they're going to talk a little bit about them. So this doesn't necessarily give predictions. So I won't give predictions unless I'm really sure about the player. Because it doesn't make much sense if I don't know much about the player and the team to make predictions. But so we're just going to see how this goes. This is by Kevin Pelton. I'll, of course, link this article in the description. And let's get to it. As a calendar turns to 2023, it's time to start thinking about the WNBA free agency. Players are able to negotiate and sign contracts on February 1st. That's important to know. I didn't know that. Again, getting into the habit of how the WNBA season goes. This talks about how it's not quite as top heavy star settlers last year when you had like Asia Wilson and Jonquel Jones who were free agents. But there is some big names in this free agent class. Starting with the first one, Breanna Stewart. I have a feeling this has been talked about a lot, that she will leave the Storm for the Liberty. As a lot of you know, Sue Bird and Breon January retired, so it's going to be a lot different looking team. Maybe Brianna doesn't think they're going to be as competitive, or maybe she doesn't find a big attachment to the team anymore after those important players are gone. So maybe she'll look for something new. And New York has a lot of potential with Sabrina Ionescu. I think Dee Dee Richardson's one of their top players. Just like a lot of promise and a lot of potential to be really good in the next couple of years. So if Breanna Stewart joins that team, man, they're gonna look really scary. So I think that would be a cool destination for her. And I could definitely see it happening because as we see here, they have talked with each other in the past, and I could definitely see that happening. Brianna Jones, I'm pretty sure she killed us, as in the Chicago Sky when during the playoffs. Two-time All-Star. Let's see, because some people it depends on what their contract is, if they're like restricted, if they're a free agent. So they can't. It says pending a trade, the Sun can't currently offer Jones even the regular maximum salary other teams might. So it seems like there's a chance that she's gonna leave, which is crazy because the Connecticut Sun have a good team and they seem very close to. They went to the finals, but you just kind of knew the Aces were gonna win that. So they're very close to a team that could really win it. And I know they talked about in the past how that was kind of their shot, how a lot of people are going to start to leave, maybe. So it's going to be very interesting to what happens with the Sun. I know their coach just left to go to LA. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Candace Parker, my personal favorite. I think we kind of know that she's returning to Chicago. I think that's pretty set in stone, even though nothing has been signed yet because nothing can be. But I know she's returning, and I believe she will be returning to the Sky, and she's gonna keep playing another year or two. Yet to be heard if this is her last year or not. I wouldn't be surprised, but hopefully she can play as long as she wants to. Yeah, so it'll be cool for the Sky to have her back. I've seen her returning to LA. I've seen rumors of that. I don't think there's much validity in that, especially because the coach they hired hasn't said the nicest thing about Candace Parker in the past. So I don't think that's a great relationship to really join a team on. But hey, we'll see. I think she stays with the Sky though. Courtney Vandersloot, I think she's 33, so she's gonna start to exit her prime. Start to enter that territory. I think if Chicago offers her money, she's gonna stay. I feel like it's just kind of that loyalty to it. She's a really important piece. She's the point guard. She's one of the best point guards in the league for sure. She really is like the Chris Paul of the league. Just her playmaking, and then she can shoot, especially like the mid range. It would be a really big blow if the Chicago Sky were to lose her. I think if they have the money and if they want to spend the money like that, she'll stay. But if not, she might leave us, especially because her wife is the shooting guard, Allie Quigley. So I mean, to leave your wife in the backcourt would be kind of wild. So I think if both sides want to stay, she's gonna stay. So I think I'm gonna predict her to stay as well. Then we have Brittany Griner, who thankfully returned home recently from her detainment in Russia. She's an unrestricted free agent, but we've seen she's indicated plans that she's going to return to the Phoenix Mercury, which is cool. They got a good team there. They're also a team that could really compete. They had a rough season last year, losing Brittany. I think they shut down Diana Taurasi later in the year. Same with Skylar Diggins-Smith. So it's been a rough year, but they have good pieces like Diamond DeShields and pieces like that. So I can definitely see Brittany coming back. Depending on what shape she's in, what she went through has to take a toll. So we'll see, but yeah, she's probably gonna stay. Tiara McCowan. I know a little bit about her. Not too much, but she's a restricted free agent, so chances are she's gonna stay unless the Wings can't match the offer. Don't know too much about her, but it looks like she'll probably stay. Emma Mieseman, huge piece for the Sky, and I think this would be one of the biggest blows if they were to lose her. She's still 29, 30. She's still in her prime. And she was super important to the Sky this year. She was probably one of the best centers in the league, I would say. She's gonna get a lot of offers. I just have a feeling. So the Sky, if they're aggressive, I think she wants to be there, just based on how I saw the chemistry and all that. I feel like she would want to stay if she could, but I feel like other teams are going to be aggressive. I wouldn't be surprised if she walks. It would be sad, but I would not be surprised if she walks. Tina Charles, which was wild. She asked to leave the Sun, not the Sun, the Mercury. Sorry, when I think of Phoenix, I think Phoenix Suns, but it's the Connecticut Sun, the Phoenix Mercury. She was really good. She's one of the best players in the league. But the Phoenix Mercury released her upon her request. Again, a very wild year for the Mercury. And she went to the Seattle Storm. I think that would depend on where Breanna Stewart goes. Because if Breanna Stewart leaves, I could see Tina Charles wanting to leave as well. Because then if you lose Breanna Stewart, Sue Bird, Brand January, in like one off season, that's rough. And I don't know what the Storm look like at that point. So I feel like Tina Charles, she's 34. She'll be 34 as of February 1st. I could see her just wanting to compete. So I could see her just wanting to sign with a contender, maybe Las Vegas. They like to stack it up. Um, Naneka Ogumake, she is 32. She's another key piece for the Sparks. The Sparks are in a rough situation, so I could see her leaving. Definitely. Yeah, they said some decline is expected, but she's a really good player. Naneka is. I could see her definitely leaving because it's been frustrating what happened with the Sparks, the whole coaching situation in the past few years, everyone leaving. They were really bad last year, and then there was a whole situation with one of their players. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see her leave as well. I'm not sure who Ezzy Magbegger is. I think I said that right. Probably not. So reserved. She can only negotiate with the Storm as a reserve free agent. So it sounds like she's staying. Don't know much about her. Hopefully, I will learn more about these players as the year goes on. Hong Zhu, she's a really promising player. She was a center. Came over from China, I believe, this season. And she's just really long, really tall. She can block shots. She can score. Yeah, she's 6'10". So she can only negotiate with the Liberty. So chances are she'll be back with them. Marina Mabry is restricted. She's really good. She's the star for the Wings. She had a really good end of the season / playoffs with Dallas. So she'll probably come back. Azurá Stevens, huge part of the depth of Chicago. She's still younger. So it's really important for the Sky to obtain her because when Parker leaves, you're going to have a big hole, and Azurá can fill that, I strongly believe. She's just an important piece to them. I think she'll stay, but it's hard. It's hard to say. Again, Chicago has to sign so many players. All right, we're going to start to speed run these little because I don't want to take too much time for each one. Diana Taurasi, I think she stays. I don't see her leaving. She's just one of those legacy players. Alicia Clark, don't know much about her. Yeah. Oh, is it? This is it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, don't know much about Alicia. Hopefully, I will coming this year. She's unrestricted, so she can sign wherever she wants. So yeah, that's the list. And that was my reaction to the top free agents in the WNBA this offseason. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your reactions. Let me know what free agents you want your team to sign. Let me know where you think some people will go. Anything. And make sure to like, subscribe, follow my Instagram, my Twitter. All that is below. And yeah, let me know what you want me to talk about next. See ya.